Hello everybody, today we are going to talk how to create your own function. We already know what are functions. They are some kind of code that you can access anytime you want to get the result you want, right? We have a function that is called print. You send there an argument and you get the result like the printed on the shell string. We talk about other functions like, for example, sorting functions, right? So we already use functions many times, but we haven't learned how to create them. Look at the situation that we have got now here. Hello Arkadiusz, welcome in my program. Hello Agnes, welcome in my program. Hello Denis, welcome in my program. So we repeated 3 times this almost the same sentence, right? But well, there is a difference here. We could use a function that would do it for us. Imagine that we would do something like that. Welcome message. And there we would send, for example, Arkadiusz, right? And we would want as a result deadline, right? When we do something like that, we would want as a result this thing. When we do something like that, we want as a result this thing, right? So we want to somehow define a function with a name like that. And when we send an argument like that, we want a result like that. So function is having a role, right? Role is a function, right? It solves the problem. And this problem is solved inside the body of function, right? The body, it means that inside of function. Okay, so we should make names of function self-descriptive. When you look at them, at the description, which is a name, you instantly see what does it do, right? Okay, but hey, how to create finally a function? Well, we type a word, def. Def is a shortcut from definition, right? So we create a definition for function, then we should have a name of function. So in our case, it's gonna be welcome message, and then the parentheses, then the colon, and then the body of function. Body means the content of function. As you can see, we instantly have here some spaces added. When you make an indent, it means that, you're gonna define what belongs to the function. So for example, let's say test. For now, like that. So we're not gonna use the Arkadiusz, Agnes and Denis. And let's see what happens. As you can see, it's not working because, well, we expect argument here. Welcome message takes 0 positional argument, but 1 was given. We gave here 1 argument, but we didn't tag it, right? So we need to somehow save the Arkadiusz here. And we do it by defining a parameter. You type it like that, parameter, and it's just a simple variables that can hold the name. So we send argument here, and now we've just like created a variable that will hold this name here, right? And now we can run the module. And as you can see, we've printed only test 9 times, 1, 2, 3, and we invoked the function 3 times. So we printed it 9 times, right, the test. And there is no Arkadiusz, Agnes and Denis because, well, we didn't use the parameter here, right? So it's time to use it, right? How to do it? Well, let's, for example, do something like that, print name. And now let's run the module. Arkadiusz, Agnes, Denis. Everything works fine. The question is how to make it look like this. Let's just do something like that. Let's copy it here. And now something like that, right? So how does it work? When we invoke a function, by invoking a function, we mean call upon the function or execute the function or start the function. Okay, that means the invoke. So when we invoke a function, so when we type the name of function and then the parentheses and then the argument that we send, we start the function, so we execute every instruction that is inside the body of function. In our case, it's only one instruction, print, and it prints hello. It takes the value from the parameter that is here, and that parameter is right now, because we send an argument Arkadiusz here, equal to Arkadiusz. So hello Arkadiusz, welcome in my program. And then the program comes back where? Here, to this place. So we can delete this because we don't need it anymore. We can run the module, and as you can see, hello Arkadiusz, welcome in my program. Everything works fine like we wanted to, right? Hello. The comma. Hello Arkadiusz, welcome in my program. Okay, so what are benefits of doing it this way? Well, right now, when we want to change something here in the welcome message, we just do it in one place, right? We just added an exclamation mark. That's all. We can run the module. Hey, here is an exclamation mark added to each of the name. Normally, when we had a situation like that, we would need to do it here and here and here, right? It's not good when we need to do so many things manually. We are lazy, we are programmers, okay? So we do not need to repeat ourselves when we want to change something, right? And well, sometimes it would be almost impossible to change everything because, well, imagine that your function was used by thousands of people, okay? Of course, this could also lead to problems because, well, you shouldn't change too much in your function, so it works totally different, right? Because everybody who uses your function, well, they expect it to work like it used to. So, you know, you can change something, but, well, do not overdo it. But if you are programming for yourself, right, then you can easily change something in one place, and it's gonna change in every place where you invoke the function, that code. So it's really, really helpful. The second thing is that you don't need to write the same code again, and again. Well, right now here it is a short code, right? That is just printing one thing. But imagine that we have got here, you know, something like that. It's a big function. And you need to repeat this code like 15 times in your program. One thing is that it would look pretty complex and it would be hard to, you know, notice anything there. And the second thing, you would need to repeat it again. And what if you had to change something? It would be horrible, right? So functions is gonna solve the problem of, you know, repeating the code. So if you feel that you repeat code, that's probably time to use a function or maybe a loop, right? Oh, okay. We could use a loop to, for example, invoke the welcome message a few times, right? Like, for example, like that. For each name in, for example, names, let's create a list of names. Arkadiusz, Agnes, and Denis, like that. We're gonna just invoke the welcome message and we're gonna send here a name, like, for example, that. And of course, the colon. Hello, Arkadiusz, welcome in my program. Hello, Agnes, welcome in my program. Hello, Denis, welcome in my program. Great, right? So right now, well, we could have it like that also. But the problem is, well, the result is the same, but you need to look here, what does it do, right? What does that instruction do? Here you have a name, welcome message. Okay, so it's some kind of welcome message that is universal, and when we change it, it's gonna be changing all other places where we invoke it, right? Because that way, if we did it that way, please remember that we could have, you know, longer program and we would have it in another place, and then we would need to change again. If we had changed something, we need to change it in every possible place, right? So function like that make it possible to reuse your code as many times as you want. And in addition to this code is cleaner, right? It makes your code cleaner. You instantly see what does it do. So remember to always name your functions that way, so they are self-descriptive, which means that when you look at the name, you instantly see what does it do. It's really important. I know that I have repeated myself many times, but it's really important. Okay, that's all your lesson. Thank you very much.